Oh, this adobe here, one of the reasons people ask me, why do you spend so much time up here? And there's a genuine affection I have for the buildings. And the adobe, when it rains, it has a particular smell that takes me right back to my grandpa's house. He lived in an original house. It's gone now, but it was built in the 1860s. I'm Ranleigh Johnson. I've been at this place, Heritage Park, for over 20 years as a volunteer and an employee. I work full-time in the summertime. I think part of it is a frustrated motivation I have to capture my past, because I had a very, imaginative and magical past, living with my historian grandfather down in a little town called Washington City, Utah. So living with my grandpa and having him talk about the history and seeing the history, because oftentimes I'd go into where he was typing on an old 1910 typewriter and see documents from the 1850s that he was handling just like Grandma was handling the pancake batter. It was just a part of the life. You're riding on a replica of the Jupiter, which is the locomotive for the Union Pacific Railroad. History has got to be based on scientific truth and not just simply romance. And so when you can't just tell stories, or if you do, you've got to say this is a story, or you've got to have the proof about it. Off in the distance, you see several varieties of typical American Western log cabins. These are all from Utah. The one on the far right is probably the oldest one in the valley. It's the original one. That's from 1847. I drive the train at the park, but I've done just about all different jobs here. The work I'm proud of is I restore or make reproduction of Utah furniture. You have to get varnish, which is actually made out of bugs, and you color it with lamp black, and then you use a specialized brush over a iron oxide finish. So you get these, and it actually looks like rosewood. I'm at my best when I'm painting furniture. That's what I like the most of all. Then I feel like in fact, I got interested in this because Brigham Young himself, we call it Brigham Oak here, I got interested in this because I wanted to get close to Brigham Young. And what's beautiful about this park is it's a park of humanity and personalities. Not just buildings, not just Mickey Mouse and nice kids that were going through college and know how to be polite. You get good stories, you get good people, and real history. Then there's the Benjamin Franklin Johnson saddlery. The Johnson family is a well-known family. They were quite gregarious and talkative and articulate group, notably good-looking and charming. And the reason I talk so favorably about them is because we have some of their descendants of the Johnson family on the train with us today, including myself. I'll tell you one thing, I played Porter Rockwell and enjoyed it a lot. And I haven't done it for a while because I started to feel like I was making Porter Rockwell kind of a Mickey Mouse character, to continue the thing about Disneyland, because he was a very complex man. All of them were, including Brigham Young. There's things about Brigham Young that we have no idea what was going on in his very fertile mind. Wouldn't it be fun to know? I'm a school teacher, and they say, Mr. Johnson, you talk too much. I say, well, that's what they pay me for, you dumb kid. Just be quiet and listen. Bless his heart. What makes me happy is when some people actually listen to me. Sometimes I can even see them get a tear in their eyes, or they get excited about what I'm saying, or I make a connection. That kind of stuff is a lot of fun. What motivates me to be here is because walking through this city, and when I walked through here with my sister, and my brother said, oh, this is like Washington, and their smells, I think it's these cottonwood trees and the mulberry trees, that's very nostalgic. And when I smelled that, I thought, oh, this is what I want. I want to recapture that past.